What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Eddy Live Show, episode number 211. I am here with French chef Michel Bru, right?
Yes.
How do I pronounce your last name, man? Sorry.
I'm Michel.
Michel, just Michel. Okay. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming. I have been trying to get you to come here for a while. You're a very busy guy, but I love that the concept that you're doing. I know that a little bit about it, but before we go maybe deep into that, maybe you can tell me about what brought you to Taiwan originally.
Sorry, can you say again, please?
So maybe you can tell me originally what brought you to Taiwan.
Okay, so I've been in Taiwan for 6 years now.
Okay.
And why I came to Taiwan is just because 6 years ago I was looking for a new challenge, and I was thinking maybe Taiwan might be a good challenge as a chef.
Beautiful, okay.
I was thinking the market was enough open, and so I had some idea and decided to come to Taiwan for this.
Okay. So out of all the places, why did you choose? What brought you to Taiwan? Why did you choose Taiwan?
Because I have some friends.
Okay.
I had some friends. They already know Taiwan. They told me so many things about Taiwan. I have also a friend chef from Taiwan.
Okay.
And so they told me maybe great for you if you have some good idea.
Beautiful.
Maybe a great idea to come to Taiwan to try to make your business.
Okay.
So that's the reason.
Beautiful. So in France, you're a chef, right? Yes.
Yes.
So maybe you could talk a little bit about your background as a chef.
So I've been a chef for about 26 years now.
Oh, wow.
So it's quite a long time ago.
It's a long time, yeah.
I have been a chef for around 12, 13 years in France.
Okay.
So mostly I work in a Michelin star restaurants and in a hotel also. And I was in the UK before, so in Scotland and in England. So I work for private houses, so for very wealthy people.
Nice. Okay.
So it's what I did before, and now in Taiwan I have my own company.
Okay. So usually when a chef is traveling to a new country, their first idea is I open a restaurant or I go to work at a restaurant. But you decided to do something different, right?
For me, the story is a little bit different. So yes,
Sure.
I had some friends that told me, "Oh, you should come to Taiwan," but it's not really the beginning of the story.
Okay.
I had a personal change, and I just was looking for a new challenge. I just wanted to start something fresh.
Yep.
So I decided to find a new challenge. I had some friends that told me, "Oh, you should go to Taiwan for your new start." So I decided to go to Taiwan. But when I went to Taiwan, so 6 years ago, I didn't speak Chinese. I didn't have any visa. I didn't have money at that time. And I had nothing where to go in Taiwan, even if I had some friends, but nothing where to go. So when I arrived in Taiwan, in fact, I didn't decide to go to a restaurant because I had nowhere to go really.
Understand.
So I just, when I came to Taiwan, I just had a piece of paper with the address of a farm.
A farm.
And it was about a Taiwanese guy. He was looking for someone to help him about planting some bamboo on the on the top of a mountain in the middle of Taiwan, in the Nantou.
Okay.
In the Nantou. And so I arrived in Taiwan like that, with no money, no speaking Chinese, nothing, just going to plant a bamboo. But I was sure I could do something great in Taiwan. And so when I arrived in Taiwan, it's what I did. And for a few weeks, and I was just thinking at that time some opportunities will come to me.
Okay.
So I decided after to travel in Taiwan.
Okay.
So I went to Taichung, I went to Kending, I went to Hualien,
Nice.
Taidong, everywhere. And just I went to how to say, with the couch surfing service at that time.
Okay.
So it's a way, you can go to Taiwanese people's place, and they will introduce you their city. They will help you to discover their culture. So it's like this. I met many people in
Beautiful.
Taiwan, and it's like this. I created some opportunities to me, and so I'm going to try to make short because
we got time. We got time. I love it.
But it's a way. I had some people that offer to me to open a restaurant. Some people offer to me to make different business. Sure. Because I'm someone, I like a business. I like
Entrepreneur business.
Thank you. Yes.
Sure.
To entrepreneur business. And so I had different opportunities. And one day I met someone in Taichung. She told me, it's a woman, she was looking for to open a restaurant, but she was not in the business. So she told me, if you want, after you finish to travel in Taiwan, just come back, stay with at my place, and we can try to open a restaurant together. So it's what I did. After a few months, we decided to stop the venture because she was Taiwanese, I'm French, I'm professional in my business, and we were not on the same line about opening business. So I decided to stop. But at the same time, I had a new opportunity. So I had a restaurant owner, a French restaurant owner, offer to me to work at his place, and sorry, how to say, and so yeah, it's what I did. I worked at his place for a few months, and so it was a good way for me to start in Taiwan to make a little bit of money.
Beautiful.
And so it's what I did. And after this, so I decided to start to make my own business. So I was thinking, on the side of this job, I was thinking, how can I try to maybe to make some small dishes, some small like some confit duck, some beef bourguignon to make to the foreign people.
Foreign people, Western crowd who likes your food.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so on the side of this job, I decided to start a kind of small online shop.
I love
with some small, like I said, so a few dishes people could just buy online. But everything I started when one of my customers at that time said, "I really love your food, but I want to buy your food for every day. But if I buy for every day, it's going to cost so much money." So she asked me, she told me, "Can you make a menu for me for the week?" And she told me a menu for 1 week for 2 people. And she said, "If you do this, I will buy every week." So I said, okay. So I made a menu for 1 week. And after I decided to make a different menu every week for this woman. And after a few weeks, I had her friends, they wanted the same. They wanted to buy the same menu. So after I had two more people and two more again and two more again, I was just thinking, it's maybe
that's a good business
could
idea.
Be a good business. Because after looking on internet, I didn't see any competitors doing the same. Nobody, even now, nobody do the same in Taiwan.
Nope.
You have no people offer a different menu every week. So when you want to buy food now, you can just buy from a menu, but it's always the same menu. Every week it's the same.
Of course.
What we offer is a different menu every week. So this woman, after starting this the business in this way, I was just thinking maybe a great business. So I decided to move from Taichung at that time to Taipei. To go to in a place where I could find more people, more foreigners. So I went to Taipei. So it's about 4 years ago. And I'm going to stop here because I think I have replied to your question about.
No, it's okay. Keep going. It's okay. Yeah. I will jump in if anytime. So basically you decided to. So at this time, were you still working in the restaurant and then doing this in your free time, and then slowly this took over?
Exactly. You're absolutely right. So I was working in the restaurant as a chef in that restaurant. And on the side, I was doing this business.
Okay. Beautiful. So I think that eventually what you're saying is it got to the point where this was better. I mean, better than, working at a restaurant. You're your own boss, right? And I think, so you moved to Taipei. There's a lot of Europeans and more foreigners in Taipei, of course, right? And which area are you living in now?
In Yonghe. So I decided to open my kitchen in Yonghe. The reason is because the business we do is what we call a dark kitchen. We don't have people coming to our place. We don't need to be in the most beautiful place of Taipei. We can be in any place because as long as the kitchen is clean, as long as the kitchen is professional, as long as the hygiene is the most important for me.
Of course.
So as long as we can find a place and can respect all of these points, it's okay. We can be anywhere. So I decided to go in a place where the rents are very cheap.
Is cheap.
Absolutely. Because we need to remember it was the beginning of the business.
Of course.
So we didn't really know what we would do. It was just an idea. I had a few customers from Taichung, but we just decided to go in a new place and to really start the business from this place. And also at that time, I'd stopped my job in Taichung.
Sure.
So I had to make carefully because like I said at the beginning, I had no money at the beginning.
Yeah, no, none of us
came to Taiwan,
does.
I had no money.
Yeah.
So I really started from scratch with nothing. And so I had to make carefully. So that's the reason why I went to Yonghe
Okay.
in a cheaper place.
No, that's smart.
And,
Yeah. So now with your Yonghe kitchen, right, you're able to deliver all over Taipei,
We deliver all Taiwan.
all of Taiwan. Okay, beautiful. So
Yeah.
you can still provide your Taichung customers with food.
Exactly, Taichung,
Beautiful.
but even to the islands like Panhu,
Okay, beautiful.
sometimes, not very often to be honest, but sometimes. And the
okay.
funny part for this, many people don't know, but sometimes the food arrive in Panhu before it's going to arrive in Kaohsiung or Taichung,
Really? Oh,
Really,
interesting. Okay, okay.
depending on the time when you
Okay.
send the food. And yeah,
Okay, so now how long has it been for you to be doing this, the dark kitchen, ghost kitchen that you're doing?
sorry, how long you are?
How long have you been doing the dark
Now
kitchen?
it's about 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
I started my business 5 years ago,
Beautiful.
and in Taipei 4 years ago.
Okay. And obviously so far so good.
But it's very good because so the business, what you don't know, maybe Eddy,
Yes,
the
please.
business is two parts. We have this business we started 5 years ago,
Yeah?
but now for 1 year now we also do something else. We make food for canteen, for a school. I don't know if
I've seen the videos of. No, it's okay. No, I've seen you. You have a truck, right? And you're dropping them off to
exactly because
to
now
the
we
schools.
have
Yeah,
a-
tell me about that,
we,
please.
we deliver 100 kids every day now. So we work with two schools, and every day we give some school. We offer some school meals to schools.
Okay,
And
great.
at this time, we try to find more and more school to.
That's great. So how I'm curious, how did you get into finding the schools?
Again, like all my life is opportunities.
Opportunity. Okay.
Opportunities.
Okay.
Because for me, how to say, I think I have a good reputation in Taipei
Of course.
about my food,
For
about
sure.
what I do.
Yes.
We really try to care our customers. We really try to
It's very important.
because, like I said, I work in Michelin Star before. I used to work for wealthy people, so I have an approach with the customers very different
Yeah.
than most of people. I really try to care people. I really try to care their needs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, many of my customers are pretty happy. At this time, we have 85% of our people, they order every week. So what I mean, it's how to say. So I just got some good. I can't say the names, but I got some
Sure.
good reference.
Of course.
Good reference. They contacted the school because they were looking for a new supplier, for
Beautiful.
a first supplier, more exactly, because it's a new school.
Okay.
And so they said, oh, maybe you should contact Michel Bru. And
Beautiful.
Voilà, the opportunity came like this.
That's awesome, man. I think it's good. I think it's all about opportunity, and then sometimes, if you know the right people and you can jump on the opportunities, that's great.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's been good for you.
Everything
Yeah.
is opportunities. I don't believe in chance. I don't believe in business. I
Agree.
don't believe in chance. The chance is just what you do every day. What you do every day
Yeah.
someday makes opportunities to you.
Yep.
It's no thing about chance, in my opinion.
No, I agree with you 100%. I think that the ghost kitchen, dark kitchen, during COVID was quite popular.
But we are
Right.
very popular because.
So how did it go through COVID for you?
But for us, it was pretty good.
Must even better,
I
right?
only regret one thing. I'm joking, but the COVID was not enough long for us for our
Okay.
business.
Oh,
I shouldn't
man.
say this.
No,
I
no,
shouldn't
that's
say this.
okay, that's
No,
okay.
I'm joking, of course.
No, that's
obviously.
okay.
It's very nice. The COVID has finished But no, I mean, because at that time we need to remember some company like Uber Eats, like Foodpanda, they didn't go so well because it was very difficult to find some drivers. At the
Drivers.
time. Many people didn't want to go to deliver, so it was very difficult. The good point for us is because we deliver a box for the whole week. People don't need to order every week. They order a box. In the box, they have 5 meals to cover the needs of 1 week.
Beautiful.
So we just deliver on Monday, and people are just quiet for the whole week. And we have our own drivers. So for us, COVID was pretty good, in fact.
Okay.
Our turnover at this time has grown up by 40%.
Okay.
During the
Wow.
COVID.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So of course most most restaurants didn't do too well during COVID, right? But yeah, we also had to do. We have like our own online ordering system that we made just before COVID, and it was like 99% done, and we were busy, so I didn't really finish it. And then during COVID, yeah, I messaged my my web designer guy. I said I have to finish this now because We can't open, no more dine-in, right? So you have a big place, cannot have dine-in. So yeah, COVID was definitely pretty tough for us. But yeah, you just have to get creative and you have to do like special meals. And like I actually remember delivering a lot myself personally in the area. Yeah, because you have to, yeah.
Okay.
Because, you know, I have a pretty good team, so I want to keep my team. So we make sure that everybody was healthy and happy. And there was one point where I talked to some of my staff and I told them, how are they feeling about COVID, you know, mentally and stuff. And they said, oh, they feel very happy. They're healthy. For them was no problem. I said, okay, because I'm getting killed. But yeah, no, so definitely it was good. But I think that, I think it's tough for Uber Eats and stuff like that. Most people don't know that the fees are very high. Like I'm always chatting with customers, and I try to encourage them to order from us directly. For probably the same thing as you, right? Because if customer order from Uber, for example, the fee is very high, like a 35%, right? But if they order from us, then we get to keep, you know, more of that. So I try to encourage customers to order from us.
Of course.
Of course, yeah. But of course, our personal app cannot compete with Uber for popularity, but we always here try to promote.
But the difficult point for you maybe is about the manpower. After you need, of course, if you go outside of Uber Eats, you need to assume the manpower side.
Yes.
So you need to be able to deliver people.
Yes.
And
So we use Lala Move a lot to go when it's too far, right?
It's very expensive too.
It's expensive. It's expensive, but for us, it's still better than 35% Uber Eats, right? So it's kind of like the lesser of the two evils.
I used to do this before for my
sure,
company.
Of course, you have to start.
Like I told you at the beginning, when I arrived 4 years ago in Taipei, we also made some lunchbox. We used to deliver some lunchbox every day to people, and we used to have the service of Lala Move.
Sure.
We used to give the lunchbox for 4, 5, 6 customers to one driver, and the guy just follow our plan. He go to number 1, number 2, number 3, and it was a good solution. In fact, it was a good because the customer also had the tracking link anyway. Okay. And the cost could be shared if we if you decide in a clever way. Sorry, if you decide to the stop in a clever way, in fact at the end the cost will be not very expensive for the company, 100%. And even more interesting, and you save your 30%, your 35%.
Yeah. So no, definitely. So I think that Lala Move definitely, for me, because we're mostly dine-in, and then people pick up, and they will also use our online ordering system to pre-order their food. So if they say, I want to have this, and I pick it up at 5:30, they can go online and order it and pay, and everything's ready, and then they can come and just pick it up.
But if I can say one thing about Lala Move, for me, the best is to have our own drivers, because Lala Move is a good solution when you are at the beginning. At the beginning, you don't have too many lunchbox or not too many food to deliver. Because one big problem with Lala Move is you're going to have some different drivers every day,
always,
all of the time, and
some are great and some are not great. I know what you're going to say.
You say this in a very nice way.
Sure.
It's voilà. So,
like for example, the other day, not Lala Move, but Uber Eats, right? It's the same thing because always going to be different driver, and sometimes, customers will take picture of the food that came with Uber Eats, and it's just a disaster. It's just like the driver, I don't know if they shook it or whatever, but like sometimes. So a while ago, there was a news story about Foodpanda and Uber Eats drivers that they were caught kind of on video and stuff like that. They open the food and maybe they keep the side dish or they keep the drink or something like that. And what happens is the customer would call us or they call Uber and say, hey, I didn't get all of my food, of course, right? And Uber just says no problem and they just refund.
Yeah.
And then so the restaurant always absorbs it, right? They take the hit. And so from then on, we actually, when a driver comes in, we just have them to sign, here's the Uber. Okay, just sign there, put your phone number, and then if any problems, we call you. And since then, no problem.
Yeah.
But we have some drivers, like maybe 2 weeks ago, we had one driver come in, and I was outside, and I heard kind of like a loud person, and I came into the restaurant, and one Uber driver like yelling at my wife, right? And then I said, "You probably know what's going on." And I said, "What's going on?" He said, it's against the law to make me sign this, blah, blah, blah. And we said, "Okay, no problem. You just cancel. The next driver come and pick it up."
Okay.
And he's like, no, I'm already here, blah, blah, blah. And I said, "Well, then you have then sign." Oh, no. And then it was like a really big, like, he was yelling at my wife, but when I came, then he slowly stopped to yell. Of course, right? Yelling at a woman is ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But then he calmed down a little bit, and I said, "No problem, just cancel. Somebody else take it." And then he take his phone, and he's like, "Oh, this restaurant," they start to record. He says, "Oh, this restaurant is trying to try to get my personal information, blah, blah, blah." And I said, "You can record, no problem, Ben, but
It's just a fucking idiot.
just, you don't want it, then you can go, no problem. Do you think you think I want your phone number? I don't care. It's just ridiculous, right?" So we've had a few times this has happened, but this one time I remember because it was only 2 or 3 weeks ago, just yelling and screaming like, "Dude, just leave, man."
It's crazy.
So you're having your own would be the best for sure.
Because for me, I wouldn't even trust a guy. I mean, if the guy is yelling at my wife,
What the fuck?
just get away. What?
Just
Okay,
get outta here.
Just keep the money if you want. Just get away.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said. I said, if a guy gets crazy, just say, "Okay, go.
Yeah.
Deliver it, go, whatever."
No, for me, La Move is two problems. It's two problems. In fact, first is this to have some nice people or some
Sure.
or not, but also the way they will be, the way their presentation. I
Yep.
mean, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
You have the guy. He will come with a scooter. He has the ladder on the side of the scooter. It
Yeah.
looks like he's just the guy is a plumber, and on the side he do some delivery.
I
But
know.
it's not really what we want to show to our customers.
Exactly.
Personally, I already refused a few people like this.
Yeah.
The guy he was coming with, he looks dirty, or the scooter was dirty.
Yeah.
Just get away.
Yeah,
It's-
no, I understand, especially.
and we can't really say anything to La Move because they don't have the power to do anything. And
I know. So that's why I also wanted to share that story, because I definitely agree that if the food shows up and it's very bad for your brand, right? Because you're saying you're a Michelin chef, right? So you have especially French food. So when people think of French food, they think oh, c'est la vie, like very fancy, like bourgeois, like very. So that's what people think. But if it shows up, with some kind of dirty guy spitting Bing-lung and stuff, it's not great.
yeah,
I understand.
and some customers will not make the difference between La Move and us and you.
For sure.
So for some customers, it's our driver, it's our
Yeah.
responsibility.
Yeah.
So if the guy is rude, if the guy is dirty, if the scooter is dirty, it's the company.
That's
in
my
fact,
fault.
they will think it's us.
Yeah.
And so for me, I solved the problem anyway. Since this year,
Yes.
we just have, like you said, we have a truck, we
Yes.
have our own driver,
Yep.
so I can just make the standard I want, and
Yeah.
we don't have too much problem now.
So now I think like you were saying at the beginning, like for me, because we're mostly dine in and pick up, so we do have some delivery, but not too much. So for us to hire a full-time driver is not really feasible yet. But if we really push, then I think that it would be definitely worth
could
it.
be, yes.
Maybe a driver, or like you guys now you have a truck.
Yeah, but for us it's a little
Yeah.
bit different
Different for you, of
because we
course.
have also the school. You need to remember we have the school, so we have 2 schools to deliver every day. So
love
100
that.
kids, more than 100, but roughly 100 a day.
Yeah.
So we have a driver for this at beginning, but on the top of this, yes, he will do also the delivery for other food.
No, that's great.
So-
I think. How is the response from customers? How do your customers feel about the food that you're making and providing the school? How are the kids?
What do you mean?
Like
sorry?
they like the food? Are they very happy? Because usually, for example, my daughter goes to local school
Yeah.
and she hates the food, right?
You should give my
Yeah,
company details maybe.
I will. I hope so, because she hates the food.
Okay.
So how about the school that you provide the food? How do they feel?
But I just have two facts. I can just give you
Sure,
two facts.
please.
Last year we made a survey for the parents. 97% of people were happy.
Beautiful.
3% didn't say anything.
Okay.
0% didn't like.
So that's 100% happiness. Beautiful.
Second point, We had at the beginning we had 2 years contract with the school. Just this summer we agreed for 3 more years.
Okay.
So I think everyone is
Great.
happy,
That's
and
good.
I think
That's
everyone is happy of the food.
And I think that it's a very different style. Like I said, like when my daughter went to, for example, my daughter went to kindergarten, a local kindergarten, and I remember picking her up one day from kindergarten, and she's like a 5-year-old little girl, and she didn't look too happy. I said, you know, what's going on? She says, I'm hungry. I said, okay, you didn't eat lunch at your school? And then she said, I couldn't eat that. This little girl. And I said, okay, what do you want? And she said, we can get fish taco at our place, or we can go and get maybe a butter chicken at a Saffron, or we can go to American barbecue and get brisket. And I said, oh my God, this kid is like 5-year-old little girl. And then, so she eats, you know, Mexican food and Italian. She eats like French. She eats lots of good food.
Yeah.
So then when she goes to the local school and she just gets like, you know, the big pot of slop,
It's
right?
a public school? Or?
Yeah, public school. Yeah.
Okay.
So she's getting better. I said, okay, if you have to try.
But
Just try to eat it.
To be honest,
it's not great.
It's
I
one
know.
of my plans. I would love in the future, I would love to have some connection with the government, local government.
That'd be
because
great.
what we do, in fact, about the canteen,
Yes.
I don't talk about my food box. I talk about the canteens.
Yes.
We are the only supplier in Taiwan with the Western food. We are the only company in Taiwan providing some Western food to school. So when you know Taiwanese are always open on the world, they always want to help their kids to discover about foreign culture.
Yes.
But I consider we can do something. In fact,
I think
consider
so.
we can do something. So it's one of my plans. Don't say anyone.
Okay, yeah, nobody's watching, right? No, yeah,
Nobody.
that's okay.
No,
Yeah.
it's one of my plans
Okay.
for the next months, years to try to work with a public school, private school, and to try not for every day because people are Taiwanese.
Sure.
But if we can provide once a week or once a month, even
Yeah.
in some schools, some Western food, I think may be great.
I think Taiwanese people, the very cool thing about here is they want to try. Like for example, we're on a main road, so we get a lot of people walking by, and then sometimes I will just sit outside and just, you know, do my work and listen, and then people will be like, oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, let's try. So very different. Like for example, Canada is pretty multicultural, so Canada people will try different things. But my family's from Mexico, so Mexico is not very multicultural. So Mexico, everybody eats Mexican food every single meal. So if you were to go and put something, well, Chinese food is everywhere, but if, you know, you try to put something American or something European, maybe in Mexico was going to be tough. But in Taiwan, people want to try. I think it's great. Well, what about French? The French, are they very open to try different things?
For the French, I know, yes, I think so.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
After, I think French people are very proud of their own food.
Of course, that's very famous.
And of course, of course, the French food is the best in the world.
That's right. That's very famous. That's
no,
also,
I'm joking, but
Yeah.
no, I think, of course, we prefer the French food for most. I think, but we are open on trying any food.
Beautiful. So, what do you have that's like? What's your most? Do you have a most popular dish, or is it because you're changing the menu every week?
I don't really have.
Do you have something where everyone's like, oh yeah?
I think my customers used to love my beef bourguignon. It's very traditional French dish. I used to make like my mom used to make when I was a kid. But after some confit duck is something working pretty well because, you know, in Taiwanese people will love the confit duck.
Yeah.
So it's something we used to do pretty often. After everything, in fact.
Okay.
But the beef bourguignon is maybe the one.
That
Yes.
sounds like it would be because usually that sounds good. We're gonna have to order some food from you. I should have ordered. You could have brought it. But no, definitely. I think that Taiwanese people, they want to try different things, and I also think that being like French is also kind of like a bonus because people they look up kind of like to French food because French food is maybe fancy, maybe maybe what else? Maybe like an Italian. They go, oh, like a high end. French is kind of like high end. So I think that people will see it like a bargain. This is what I think. I have no idea. People will be like, oh, I can get French food, like Michelin level food at a kind of reasonable price, which is great. I think it's a great concept.
I think so, yes. I think we give of course, the food we make is not Michelin star.
No, of course,
voilà,
yeah, yeah.
Very.
I understand what you
I
mean.
wouldn't say this. I don't want to confuse any people.
No, sure.
I have my experience in Michelin star, yes, definitely. But the food is more, yes, it's traditional food. It's just what I used to say is like if you eat in a French family, it's the kind of food we do in a French family.
Okay.
It's very simple, very traditional, but we do everything. We do some salmon, some duck, some filet beef, etc., etc. So we do we use many ingredients. But yes, it's traditional food.
Beautiful. I think let's go through some pictures.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll pull up some pictures here, and you can tell me about it. So the first picture, I always try to start with the logo, right? So tell me the inspiration for your logo.
Oh, but in fact,
or who made it, or where did it come
I
from?
will make a short story about this. It's
Sure,
just
please do.
3 years ago, I didn't have any logo 3 years ago. The logo we had was just a French flag with my name under.
Sure.
And at that time, I had an assistant, office assistant, and he was pretty good at design.
Design. Okay.
And we closed the company for 2 weeks for a break. And during the 2 weeks, I told him, if you want, I'll just keep you. You don't go on holidays, but do for me some logo, some
Branding.
design, some kind of a small comic. He did some comic for me, comic
like
story.
a comic book.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
And so he asked me what I wanted, and he offered to me a few ideas, and I said okay for the cat.
Beautiful. Yeah, it looks great. Yeah.
And with the beret.
Yeah. No, I think of course you have to have the beret, right? Yeah, always. Beautiful. Good logo. Very cool. And then here's one with you and the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a memory from. I was a consultant in a hotel in Taichung. I had a hotel in Taichung. They asked me one day to be consultant in their hotel to try to help the kitchen to improve their process and to try to find everything could be a problem.
Okay.
And to try to improve their process.
The flow maybe.
So
of the
they
kitchen.
made a special event about the French food for around 1 month. So you had some French flag everywhere in the hotel,
Okay.
even in the elevators,
Beautiful.
on the walls everywhere, and outside you had the French flag. And I have a friend, he made a few photos of me next to the
That's
French
good.
flag.
I like it. That's
That's
a great
it.
photo. Yeah. It's like the almost like the anthem. You're standing for the national anthem. Yeah. It's a good one. I like that one. So, boom. And here's you plating, right? Just plating.
This was in the UK. It was
Okay.
8 years ago. I was a little bit younger, with my French beret, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, you have to have it. It's
So
beautiful.
just at before in the UK, like I said, I used to work for wealthy people, and this was at the customer place.
Okay.
At the customer place, and this was I used to make lemon pie. It was lemon pie, and a friend made a few photos of me at that
Great photo.
that event.
Beautiful. That's a good photo, man. Yes, very good. Very good. I got about 4 or 5 more. There you go. So here's you. You tell me.
Oh, this was just a few months ago.
Okay.
It was at the French Chamber, because my company is a member of the French Chamber, and I made a small presentation of my company to the members of the French Chamber. So, yeah. So
Okay.
it's just this.
So when someone was to order the food, do they show up like
yes.
this?
So yes.
Okay.
So I should say this by the way.
Okay,
So
that's okay.
what you see on the photo is the bag you have in your box.
Okay.
So on the photo, I think you have 15 bags, because in the box you have 5 meats, 5 vegetables, 5 starch, so makes 5 meals.
Okay.
And so everything is in an individual bag, and on the top of the bag you have the
Okay.
nutritional facts.
Guidelines.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So you can know
Beautiful.
exactly what you eat.
Okay. Beautiful, man. I love that. That's very cool. And here's one of the marketing things I
Yes,
got
so-
off your website. Yeah.
So this was just on the banner we put on the website to try to explain to our Taiwanese customers what we do.
What you're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So far, so good, right? Very nice. And here's I think you had an event here with the.
Oh, this no,
The
this
shape? No?
this is a little mistake, I think.
It's a mistake.
No,
Yeah.
because this was
Oh, this was on your page.
it was
okay,
because
okay, man.
it was a company making a special event.
Okay. Okay.
And,
With
yeah.
Le Comptoir with.
Yeah, but so I just put I think a like on the page.
Oh shoot!
or
Okay,
I-
well there you go. Yeah,
It's okay, no
That was
worries.
with Cedric, right?
Oh, this is last week ago.
This is last week, right? This is
Yeah,
recent.
it's
yeah?
just
Okay,
last
okay.
week. This
Okay.
it was because we had a special event with the French Chamber,
Okay.
and it was It was the first time I met our French senator.
Okay.
And also our new, but don't say China, our new ambassador.
Okay. Yes.
No,
yes.
sorry. The new director of the French office of Taiwan. And so it was, yeah.
Can you turn that one off? Yeah, it's so loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's okay. No, it's fine. I just want to make sure I get your voice. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it was this event. So it was to meet these two people, and
Okay.
yeah, it was very nice.
Beautiful. And you said this was last week.
Yeah, it was
Because
last,
I just seen it. I just seen the post.
Yeah, it was
I think
last week,
yesterday
yes.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, I will put that up there for sure. Yeah. So you got the fact news and the fake news. That's one of your
Yeah, this
marketing
in fact is a post with the last, no, the one before the last on Facebook.
Okay.
Why? Because I used to manage this company alone for. I have some staff, but to really manage a company, I'm alone.
You have to
do the
stop.
marketing, I'm alone for many things. And in fact, for the last years, everything was confusing on the, and we had the website was very difficult to understand for people.
Okay.
And so many people have some wrong opinion about our service.
Gotcha.
They will think maybe, for example, they will think we need to order for every week.
Okay.
So many people think it's a subscription for every week, but we can just order for once, not for
Okay.
every week. So this
Okay.
kind of fake news was more about the most confusing things to try to explain. No, it's like this, like this.
Kind of clear the air and say, no, this
Yeah.
is... Because usually a membership service in Taiwan, it's impossible to stop. Like if you go to like a World Gym is the best example, yeah?
I
It's
know it's
impossible to cancel your membership. Yeah, it's crazy.
I
yeah.
already heard about about
World
this.
Gym is very famous for that, yeah. And you've got a gold membership package.
Yeah, because
here. Yeah?
so this is because this was we have a page about our packaging because in fact our company, like I said earlier, I think we have 85% of our people they have subscription.
Okay.
They have a recurring, so means every
Which is
week a
fantastic,
special order,
yeah.
or they have a deal, so they buy a package of 9, 16, 25, 30 bucks, and because. Most of our customers just want to be quiet. In fact, they don't want to spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes every day to order on Uber Eats,
Yeah.
and they want to eat something different every day.
Yes.
So, with our company, people can every week they can get a new box with a new menu.
Okay.
So many people just like to get a subscription, and
Yeah.
every week they get a new menu. So we make some different membership, and we can even offer 1 year,
Okay.
1 year
That's
membership.
beautiful, yeah.
And yeah. So I'm not sure if it's very clear what I try to explain, but
No, I think so. Yeah, no, like, yeah, of course. I think that it's very beneficial when sometimes people are so busy, and then, especially in Taiwan, people work a lot, and they get home, and then, they realize they didn't eat.
Yeah.
So if they can, yeah.
but
that's
so
beautiful,
I said 85% of our people have a subscription, but in this 85, we have 50% roughly. They even don't want to choose what they eat because our customers, in fact, can choose the menu they want.
Okay.
Or also they can just trust us.
They just half
And
of
we
them
have
are just let you.
Yeah, they don't
Okay.
want to be pissed off by this. They just
Yeah.
want to be quiet. They just want to get the food.
Yeah.
And they want to focus at what they do.
Yeah.
And most of our customers are, business people.
Yeah.
So they just don't want to care about this. They
Yeah.
want to get their food, homemade, some nice food, and that's it.
So they basically, they outsource the food. They don't want to think about it.
Yeah, every
You
week they
think
get
about
their,
it, they don't have to think
every
about
week they get their box or even 2 box for some people.
Yeah.
And they're just quiet. Yeah.
I love that. One more picture, man. We had to get a couple pictures of food, right?
Oh,
so I took this from your site, yeah?
The one on the left is not really healthy, but
okay,
it's
no,
a beef. The one on the left was beef bolognese and with
Okay.
spaghetti.
Okay.
This was for the value box we had before.
Okay.
And on the right is dumplings, homemade dumplings.
Beautiful.
Because we also do some Taiwanese food
Yeah,
a
you
little
got to
bit.
get some fusion in there, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit, not so much, but we do a few Taiwanese dishes,
Okay.
including the dumplings.
So for example, when somebody wants to order, do you kind of show them how to plate it like that, or they
we
just
don't
kind of eat
we
it?
don't
Okay,
really have
okay.
the photo for every meal because we have
Okay,
300.
that's too many
We have
things.
300 recipes, in fact.
Yep.
So it's difficult.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, that's it, man. Perfect. So what do you think for you is the benefit, or what's the difference between like now you're doing your dark kitchen compared to if you opened a restaurant? What would be different for you?
I'm someone very ambitious. I'm
Okay.
someone, if I came to Taiwan, like I said, with nothing, it's because I really want to but I have ambition. I just don't want to stay in my small area and to be limited. I don't like the limitation. I'm not someone about limitation. So I'm someone, I always need to go further.
Okay.
If tomorrow I have a restaurant, the restaurant maybe I will work very, very well.
Yeah.
But at the end, I will be very bothered because I always need to go to get
restaurant.
more and more and more and more.
You get bored.
It's my
Okay.
It's my personality. So it's the reason I prefer a dark kitchen because we can just send to anywhere. Today we are in Taiwan, but why not tomorrow in Hong Kong, in Shanghai, anywhere?
Okay.
So I mean we have no limitation with this kind of company.
Okay, that's beautiful. So what about things like okay, so obviously now you're providing 2 schools.
Yes.
And you have customers all over Taiwan, right? So what about, like, we talked a little bit earlier about like the manpower, right? Like, so how about finding, like, do you have a big team now with you, or how does that? Maybe tell me a little bit about
so
your
far
team.
we have 10 people,
Okay.
including myself.
Including
because
you?
I'm employee of my company, of course.
Okay.
So we are 10. Sorry, what was the question exactly?
No, yeah.
Sorry.
So you have a team, right?
Yes,
Of 10 people, right? So with this team, you're able to provide.
Yeah, so the team
A
at
lot.
this time, like we said earlier, the manpower is a pretty difficult.
It's tough, yeah.
It's very difficult part. So
Yeah.
in fact, my big problem at this time is I don't really have people next to me to manage the company, but I have people to manage some part of the company. Like I have a driver, I have employee at the canteen because we don't serve, it's not lunchbox. We serve the kids like in France we do.
Okay, so you go and you're serving.
Yeah, so I have employee for this. I have some people in the
Beautiful.
kitchen to help me in the kitchen for cooking. I have some people to make the bags, the vacuum bags. So I have all of this stuff, but I don't have a marketing team. So I do marketing by myself.
I know that feeling, yeah.
So it's what I said earlier. It's one of the things I would like to work on it. Soon. So we have some people, but we still need more.
Still
and
need
more.
more, yeah, of course.
But it's difficult, yeah.
So what about something like ingredients, right? So what inspires you? So you're a chef and you can work with all the different kinds of ingredients, right? So what inspires you to create sort of a new dish for your menu?
Can you say again the question?
That's okay. So of course, Taiwan, the food ingredients are very different than France.
Yeah, but most of our vegetables. Sorry, it's a little bit hot.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, no worries.
Because I turned that off because it was so loud.
It was very
so
noisy,
loud.
but it's okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Gotta have a cold
No
coffee,
reason. So no, the ingredients I use most of the Taiwanese ingredients. In fact,
Yes, sure,
because
for sure.
I don't use really Taiwanese vegetables, but we have some sweet peppers. We have some. Our vegetable, what we use some eggplants, some sweet peppers, some mushrooms, some carrots, some spinach, etc., etc., etc. So I can find many vegetables we also have in Europe anyway. Some may be more difficult. So that's the reason the only frozen vegetable we have is artichokes, for example.
Okay, yeah.
This in Taiwan is only frozen. So and this one come from France, but all the rest come from Taiwan. All our vegetables come from Taiwan.
Okay.
So no, this is even some leeks. Some leeks we can find in Taiwan.
Okay, yeah, no, Taiwan is very good for vegetables and food.
Yeah.
So do you have what inspires you to create a new dish for your menu?
I don't really create because it's. I have all my recipes. It's all traditional.
Okay.
It's all traditional recipes. So some recipes I know for many years already.
Okay.
So I don't. I will choose some recipes on my menu depending also on what I can find.
Yeah.
Of course, if I can't find an ingredient, I will just not make the recipe.
Yeah, that's normal. Yeah. So what about some? Are there any like? Obviously, France and Taiwan are very different, right? So are there any like cultural things that you ran into opening a business in Taiwan?
One more time, please.
And are there any like differences for you between opening a business in Taiwan or maybe if you opened in France, what would have been different?
You mean the difference?
Culture?
You mean the difference between opening in France and in Taiwan?
Yeah, like a cultural, any kind of the culture difference.
I don't really have experience. I don't really have experience to open in France. I have some friends, they open in France.
Sure.
What I can say is the one thing I can compare France and Taiwan is about administrative. It's administrative stuff. It's the same.
Sure.
It's the same difficulties, let's say.
Yeah.
But no, in Taiwan,
that's it. That's everywhere. That's
yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
So no, this maybe the most difficult for me has been the administrative part in Taiwan, but it's pretty easy to open a company. In fact.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's you know, many friends I know, when they opened their company in Taiwan, they decided to put their wife as a representative. They decided to not to make the company by themselves, to make easy.
Yeah.
I opened my company in my name.
Yeah.
The company is mine, but it was not difficult. In fact, if you how to say. I'm lost in my words.
No, it's okay. Yeah,
but,
you're opening a
but
company yourself.
I just mean it's not so difficult to open a company.
Yeah.
You just need to get some right information from some people.
Yeah.
And me, the only part I decided to make a little bit more difficult to compare to many people, I decided to open my really by myself. I didn't use accountant. You know, many people in Taiwan, some foreigners, they will say, "Oh, you need to use accountant. It's going to cost 50, 60, 80,000 Taiwanese dollars to open." Like I said, I didn't have so much money at the beginning, so I decided to make as much as possible by myself, even opening my company. My company
actually can be very cheap.
Is limited company, so you need to follow some regulations. But even as a foreigner, I could do it, and I only paid 3,000 to open my company. Just for you know, when you open a company, you need to pay for your accountant to just to about the capital. When you put the capital,
yes, I know about
to
that stuff.
sign about this. But it's the only thing I paid. I didn't pay anything else.
Okay.
So I mean, if you the most important maybe is to have someone can speak some Chinese, can understand Chinese to help you to understand the paperwork.
Okay.
But if you are someone, paperwork is not really a big problem.
Okay.
It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Okay. Beautiful, man. I think it's so far so good. I only have a couple of questions left for you.
No worries.
I know it's getting hot. Sorry, that thing is so loud today for some reason.
Just my shirt.
Yeah, no, it's okay. You're looking fancy. So one more thing is the future. So what's the future? I know we talked a little bit about it, but maybe go a little bit deeper into some of the future plans or future goals for your company.
But so on the content part, it's just to try to maybe to find more contracts, more school maybe interested in our business. But we are very young, so we just started the canteen business 1 year ago.
Okay.
So 1 year and a half ago. So I think we just need some time for this. But at this time, it's my most of my job at this time is this: to contact some school, to try to let people know about
almost
what we
like
do,
a sales
to try to think about
like,
next year now.
Okay.
For this year, it's already too late.
Okay.
But to think about 24, 25.
Okay.
So it's what I try to do at this time. So to push for this, and like I said earlier, maybe to have some connection with the local government, and maybe to see with Taiwanese school if it's possible to do something.
Once a week. There's so many schools.
Yeah, exactly. Once a week or once a month, but I think maybe nice and maybe something nice for the kids. So this is one part. The second part about the food box now, how to say? Like I said earlier, we have on our box we give the nutrition information for our people.
Cool.
So in fact, we made some system in our company to let people telling us what they want about the protein, what they want about the carb, and from the request of people, we can customize the box. So it means we can decide how much
carbs,
meat, how much carb, exactly.
Okay.
So this is more about people doing some yoga, fitness, people doing gym. So our plans is more now maybe to go up with try to find some partnership with some sports center, something like this, to try to maybe to offer to their students this kind of service. Because you know, in Taiwan, when you do some fitness, you have a coach, most of the time very nice. He will care about you very, very well. But after, when you go outside from the fitness center,
sure, the G-Pie and stuff,
but you don't know how to eat, you don't know how to care about yourself. And so I really want to offer this option to people doing fitness. So it's one part of the...
Beautiful. Wow. That sounds good, man. So you were saying that there's not very much competition here. Like there are not too many people doing what you're doing here.
Not very much.
Especially with foreign food. I don't think I don't know of any other ones. That's why I wanted to interview you. So do you have any advice for anybody who is thinking about maybe, oh, I like that idea, is trying to do something similar to you?
Similar to me?
Yeah.
My suggestion is to just do something else.
Okay. Of course. Go do something else. Yeah. Forget it. Cut. Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I know. That's always the answer. That's
no,
okay. Yeah.
If I, more seriously now, if I should give an advice, it's just, if I should give an advice to myself a few years ago,
Exactly. Yeah.
would be more about good luck.
Good luck.
No, I mean, no, to have an ambition is very important.
Yeah.
To not give up at the first problem, because it's always some problem. Of course, when you do business, you have always some problems anyway, every day. No, my suggestion, it would be more about to have a good people to support you,
Okay.
to be next to you, to like in any business anyway.
Yeah.
So
Support system. Good
I
support
think
system.
it's the things that I would advise. But to have this kind of business, it's a business, in fact.
It's a business, sure.
So after,
it's going to be good days, bad days, always, yeah?
So you just need to have, I think you need to, the most important is to have the right people next to you to support you and to believe in what you do. I think is the most important.
Okay, beautiful, man. So I think we covered most of the things that I wanted to chat about. And like the time goes really fast. We're almost at an hour, 50 something minutes. So do you have anything that you want to add? Maybe I missed something that you want to share. Of course, if anybody who wants to order directly from you, in the description below here, we have your website, so they can order directly from you. And it doesn't have to be a business. Doesn't have to be a school. It can just be an individual person. I was chatting with a few customers this lunchtime that were asking me about today's podcast, and I told them a little bit about you. Thank you. They're very excited to try. So people that want to find michelbru.com.tw can order from you directly. But do you have anything that you want to add? Maybe I missed something before we call it.
I don't think so, because you said already so many things. You had so many very nice questions.
Okay.
And I think you have covered everything.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
No, it's me.
We will thank you guys for watching the podcast. And if you guys want to get that food, www.michelbru.com.tw. The description has a link in it. And thank you for coming, man.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it so much.
I
wanted to get you on the show for a long time because I love what you're doing. Keep it up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.